Welcome back, jabronis, to another episode of Fitness, the other F word. I am Summer Lee, aka Nature Boy, and I am joined, as always, by my partner in crime, Aaron Sakai, aka DJ Zach Morse. LP coming out soon. No, it's not.
I wasn't expecting any of that intro. 2 weeks in a row wrestling, then you throw the LP reference, long play, and then now you're the Nature Boy. I don't know where you're going with any of this.
I really like that name.
You
For
did.
those of you who saw last week, we did talk about Nature
Tuned
Boy.
into that, which seems like forever ago, these episodes in between. You know, can I say personally to anyone out there that knows a videographer, if one, feel free to help us out. Two, could you film like the before pre-show, before we set this up, the ongoing, that it just takes an unnecessary amount of time to get this all set up. It's very unnecessary. And I want that documented.
Yeah.
And I want that to be an episode.
Yeah.
The making of
the BTS video. Behind
BTS,
the scenes.
yeah, that Korean group.
Not K-pop.
Shout out, we talk about them today. I'm just saying, it just takes an unnecessary amount of time. I was gonna say it's a good thing that I can't reveal where you live, but it's a good thing that we're around the neighborhood, because
Yes.
if not,
Oh my god.
problem.
I mean, yeah.
That's all.
Like
I got.
if this were actually Waimanalo, I mean, it'd be rough.
That's not gonna happen.
Yeah, it'd be rough.
Not gonna happen whatsoever.
No.
So,
Yeah.
with that said, this is the post-Halloween show. We need to address, when we do these things,
That's true.
right?
That's true. Yeah.
And we didn't go out, right?
Did any of you go out? You
No,
weren't
it's-
supposed to go out.
Illegal.
It is.
You probably did out there.
Uncle Kirk said don't go out.
Don't go out.
He said. So I'm a good niece and I didn't go out.
Well, very good. All in the family. But probably you fitness people, you guys are unpredictable cats. So you probably went out and you guys drank beer and burpees and all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
Not the stereotype,
No. Of course not.
and I want to say before because this intro is going nowhere. So let me just say a quick shout out to Exercise is Essential. Shout out to be just coming from doing a video of fitness maneuvering to shout out Everyday Better Boy. Exercise is essential, which it is.
Yes.
I know Summer
absolutely.
agrees.
Yes.
Right. Good for everything, mental health, physical health, all that.
Everything.
And shout out to all the gyms that are open,
Yay.
25% capacity,
That's right.
and the studios that are open for open gym.
For
The
open
group.
gym. Yeah.
Okay, so Summer, you belong to Parado Power.
I am.
Right.
I remember. Yes.
All right, shout out Parado Power. And what are they, for example, doing right now with the Tier 2?
So prior to the Tier 2, which was Thursday, right? Last Thursday
Yes.
that they did it. So Blake is the owner with his wife, Carrie. So we were doing everything outside. It was still
Right.
It was just 4 people, 4 members, and we were doing it outside. But
Right.
now we're inside in the studio itself.
Because you're using Puck's Alley,
Yes.
the parking lot.
It was It was the second floor of Puck's Alley, so it was a little interesting to be in that
Hey,
parking
shout
lot.
out Puck's Alley for letting you guys do that.
That was pretty awesome.
Right? I mean, who owns Puck's Alley? Is that King Kamehameha or Bele?
No,
or
that's
who?
King Liholiho. is
Right?
what
I mean,
owns it.
Puck's Alley's been around since the 1800s, I think.
Yes.
The concrete is from the 1800s.
It's
so-
really not concrete at all. It's it's coal wood.
So, good color. So shout out you being able to work out indoors again,
Yeah.
and everyone that's able to go to these facilities,
Thank goodness.
right?
Yeah.
What are we talking about this week?
Okay. Oh, but before we get into
Oh.
the topic, just to make sure everyone's clear, we're not medical doctors. This isn't medical advice. Sometimes I
Clearly.
forget to say that up top. I mean, I
Yeah.
think at this point you clearly can tell we're not medical doctors. But
You knew that quick.
yeah. And as you can see, we're still in Studio Havana. So hola to everybody.
We're not coming back to America.
No, we're not.
That's it. We're shutting it down.
We're just gonna stay here forever.
Screw the election. We're just gonna stay here and just
Who cares?
Havana Nights
Yeah.
and Lambada,
Ole and hola, right? Is that how you-
Cubanos.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So for today, I was thinking, I'm sure in your case, Aaron, you probably get this question a lot. Well, maybe not a certain question, but just the question of like, how do you stay fit? How do you get fit? What do you do? You know what I mean, in the sense of fitness? Because I get that question a lot. So what I thought would be interesting today would be, it's a little more personal in the sense of having a dialogue about, well, what does a quote unquote fit person look like, in the sense of what does a fit person do from a day-to-day basis? Because when somebody asks me that question, what I can already tell is running in terms of what they're thinking in their minds is, you work out 6 hours a day, all you do is eat kale and chicken all day,
Right.
and that's all you do, is you live, breathe and eat fitness and stuff like that. And I think my hope is, by kind of talking it through, we can kind of share in terms of that there is a certain amount of effort you have to put in,
Yes.
on a day-to-day basis, but that it's not something that rules your life to any degree. Now take it for, I mean, Aaron's profession is in the fitness world, so it's going to be a little more skewed in that sense. But at the same time, I'm thinking after this conversation, people will come away realizing that it is actually doable.
Yes.
And can be practical.
Yes, it's a balance. You need a balance. Everyone needs a balance.
Everyone needs a balance, yeah. Because what I don't want people to do is to think that, like I said, that it's something impossible to do, where you have to make this huge, crazy commitment to get some kind of benefit out of it. So.
Speaking of eating, I just want to say shout out to another sponsor, the Cereal School. And if anybody is eating this every day, you can get out of here. All right.
I know.
Getting back to balance. All right. You're not eating this every day. Shout out Cereal School, low carbs. Okay, so when it comes to that, for myself, let's go, I guess, with that example, because I'm in the fitness industry, so I have to maintain my health, looking good.
Yes.
It's just inevitable. Okay?
Yes.
This whole fitness thing is about certain looks.
There's an expectation.
There's an expectation.
Yes.
You have to look at that end and look at not going too much on one end or too much on the other. It's the balance. You can't be this hardcore person working out, like you said, 6 hours a day.
No.
Eating kale every day. There's no balance to that person.
Yeah.
And you see that a lot, and I see that a lot with a lot of fitness people who are hardcore people. They have no substance to themselves.
That's, yes.
Personality-wise is
Right.
And then they hike all day when they're not in the gym, and that's all they do. And then kale. But that's not a balanced life.
No.
Like what do you find for relaxation, or what do you find for stress relief if you're working out all the time? Because people on the other end use exercise for stress relief.
Yes.
If you're a person who works out all the time, is that really your stress relief? Or what do you use to substitute the fitness for stress relief?
Right.
It's that kind of balance. You know?
Absolutely, yeah.
It's not an easy cut and dry answer for a lot of people. It really isn't. So for myself, working out, I use it as a job. At the end of the day, when I'm finished with the job, do I have the motivation to stay in the job and work out?
Right.
Not easy.
Right.
Very, very hard. So that is another thing I have to overcome, another hump.
That's right.
You know, people say, "Oh, so it must be so easy because you're already at the gym, and getting to the gym is hard to do." I get it. That's true.
That's true. Yeah.
That's very true. The hardest part is getting there.
Yes.
But when you're there for several hours on, much like an office setting,
The last thing you want to do.
get out of there. It ain't easy. So a lot of people, they'll go and join a different gym to just break the monotony.
Yeah.
To change the environment. That is a solution, to a possible solution to if you work in the fitness industry or in a gym setting. So that's what I would do.
Okay.
That would be my situation.
Right.
Like I join a CrossFit gym because I can just go in there. Nobody knows who I am. I can just be a guy and just do my workout and get out of it. And then people tell me what to do, and I get out of it. And
You're
that's
right. Because I guess we'll always go back to the Honolulu Club because it's the Honolulu Club. But I remember when I worked there, one of the benefits of working there is you got to work out there for free.
Yeah.
But there was a drawback because everybody knows you. So, and they're not afraid to, like, if you remember the 2 episodes ago about the doing this to you and trying to get
Yes.
your attention while you're working out, and then all of a sudden you only had 30 minutes to work out, and
Exactly.
now you're here an hour and a half later
Yeah.
because 20 people wanted to talk to
What are
you.
you to do?
Yeah, so that made me think about that. I don't miss that.
Exactly. They're all gonna come bug you. Oh, you off today? You going to work after?
I know, the small talk.
Did you just finish work? All
Oh,
this bullshit.
yeah.
And then you can put your headphones in, your headphones off. It don't matter. They're gonna
They
come
don't
by
care.
you.
They don't care.
The old people, they love it.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
therefore, there is that added thing to it. I mean, we're going into the different tier of the people who work in a gym, but
Yeah,
for,
yeah.
for the Joe regular guy,
Yeah,
what are you doing to, first of all, become a fitness person? That's tier one.
Right.
Once you get there, how are you maintaining consistency going there?
mm-hmm.
And then from there, can you make this a part of your day-to-day?
Your lifestyle.
Right. And
Yeah.
I guess, well, wait, the original topic was how do fitness people look like, right?
Well, I mean,
So
not like look as in physically look,
Right.
but like I would like people to have an idea, especially if you're either new to fitness or you would like to become more healthy, and you just, what does this look like? What am I picturing from myself?
Okay.
Yeah, and I
Okay.
think maybe to take one step back even further to say like, okay, because for a lot of people they don't
Yeah.
enjoy it.
No.
It sucks for a
They do
lot
not.
of people, so I completely get that.
Yes.
And like in my case, I'm fortunate. I actually enjoy it. Like, and
Right.
I'm assuming in your case too, right? In your case.
At this point, I don't know what I enjoy
Okay,
or
okay.
don't enjoy, but that's another topic. But yes, I do enjoy
the
it.
act of working out.
The active work,
like,
yes, I do.
physical
Yes,
exertion.
truthfully, yes. I do.
Okay, and maybe to say like in that sense, if you don't like working out, number one, I get it. I think Aaron gets it
Right.
too. But have you found, because what I found with my friends and stuff that were more sedentary, and
Yeah.
then they did become more active, they had to find whatever it was that worked for them.
You have to.
Yeah.
That is essential.
Yeah.
Part of the fun. But you need to,
Right.
because if not, how are you going to make it work for yourself? Everybody's got their own little situation that they got to deal with.
Yeah. Oh.
You got to figure that out. It's not easy.
Yeah.
It really isn't. So, as far as putting it into the overall world, the gym is a weird place to begin with. Okay?
Yeah.
Let's look at what, quite frankly, you go into this a UFC, you go into CrossFit, wherever. You're gonna go in there.
Orange Theory.
Name them all.
Yeah. Whatever they
You're
are.
doing weird shit. Okay, awkward maneuvering. All right.
Right.
All the while, you don't want to look stupid. Nobody wants to look stupid
No,
doing anything.
nobody.
But then you're entering a world that's the unknown, and you don't know what to expect. So you
Yeah.
have that anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
Using the word anxiety, we're supposed to not use off-camera topic.
Yeah.
And then so you have this anxiety, and then you have that in the back of your head, and then you got all these maneuvers, and you're trying to make sure that you don't look stupid or embarrassed.
Right.
Then you have all of the people that are already working out, that are already experienced, and here you are as the rookie coming in,
Yeah.
and then you feel intimidated. And then if you're a woman, you feel intimidated by the other women who are maybe fitter than you. You're intimidated by the men around there.
Yeah.
You have all of these factors, all of this stuff. It's not easy. That's why people don't go.
Yeah.
One of the reasons, one of the main reasons.
One of the main reasons, and yeah.
So
and
how do you overcome that? That's major.
it's huge.
And then that's where you have someone like a trainer to guide you through it and walk you through it, to be like, hey, we're in this and we'll figure out this world together. But
Yes.
it comes down to that, as far as just the overall getting yourself started, just knowing what you're getting yourself into. It's a lot of confidence issue. It's
Yeah.
a major confidence issue, overcoming a anxiety issue. That's always been the disconnect. When
Okay.
people always ask, how come there's not a lot of people working out?
Yeah.
We need people to exercise more. Exercise is essential, but the thing is, it's not that easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
that's true.
not. If not, people be working out at home all the time, and they're not doing it because they're all distracted by all kinds of stuff. There's only so many Zoom workouts you can do,
Yeah.
and it's tough. And then if you don't have equipment, what do you do if you don't have equipment?
Right.
You do your body weight. And then you follow along in these YouTube tutorials of how to do this exercise and what. It's a very hard jungle to maneuver.
Yeah. It is.
So, if you were to break that down, that's your step one. How do you feel going into this fitness environment? Which fitness environment matches you?
Yeah.
Where do you feel you can belong to?
Right.
That's the first step, I guess, getting
Yeah.
back to the whole, what do we do? How does your fitness look like, I guess?
Yeah, and I think also that it doesn't even necessarily have to even be a gym.
Right,
That
it does not.
and like for instance, I'm thinking of like one of my friends I go swimming with every Sunday. So she discovered that swimming is like her thing.
Right.
She loves it.
Right,
And so maybe that's the other thing too, is just to think about, well,
Of
what
course.
else? What we just talked about hiking, and like what is up with the hiking and everybody talking about hiking? I mean, I like
Well-
hiking. I like hiking, but it's like everybody talks about it.
people like nature, people like spirituality,
Okay.
people like to be one with grass. I don't know, one
I
with
mean,
the
grass is great. Yeah.
there's a joke there.
I know.
People love the
That's
nature,
grass.
we get it. It's, then you got people that say, I don't like to use weights. You have that faction. Mostly stereotypically women
Mostly women.
that say they don't like to use weights because they just don't like to, they don't want to get bulky.
Bulky.
They
I
don't
hate
want
that
to
word.
become a man. All of those stereotypical things that we've heard throughout the years. If we lift too much weights, we're going to become a man.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, you're not lifting anything to begin with in the first place because you're not exercising. So no man, women, child is going to be created. All right. You just got to get moving.
Yeah.
You're not going to become an instant bulky Schwarzenegger overnight. And I don't know why they really leech onto that.
It's
that-
shocking. Yeah.
That mindset. It could be because of, once again, the unknown.
Yeah.
They're afraid of the unknown.
Yeah.
There's fear. And it goes hand in hand with anybody, not even women. You could have the most smartest doctor, scientist, does not work out for the fact of they're afraid of failing. Because they
Yes.
are been successful their entire time, they've been known as intelligent. Now they're entering a world that's not intelligent to them, that they don't know of,
Yeah.
so they're afraid.
Right.
And that they don't want to do it.
Right.
You see that all the time too.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
see the smartest guy or gal that maybe
That's true.
Pulitzer Prize, Nobel Prize, Golden Globe, is gonna just be afraid to even try a squat or try a machine or even walk into a gym
Yeah.
because it's not their world.
Right. Right.
And that is it too. And it's not easy. I wish I could come up with solutions
I know.
here.
Well, but I think it's helpful though. I think it's helpful to just
Just address the problem.
address it, right?
Yeah.
And to say it's okay to feel that way. I mean,
Exactly.
it's totally fine. Everybody feels that way about something.
Exactly.
Yeah, it certainly wasn't. It was certainly a scary experience going into a gym for the first time for
Right.
myself. Yeah. So I think that's the most important thing is like you said, to acknowledge it.
Yeah.
And it would be helpful. Well, number one, to find even if you think, okay, well, I do want to be in a gym environment, to make sure you find one that is fits your personality.
Yeah.
In that sense, or just the environment. You can get a feel for it just doing a walkthrough. I think
Right.
it's going to like a more bodybuilder driven gym is going to feel a lot different than going to a CrossFit box. You like how I use
Right.
the right term there, box.
I was not expecting that. But you used it.
And or versus like going to Planet Fitness. So
Right.
I guess my suggestion would be to go to different facilities and take a tour.
Right. And that is a big factor too. There's various places to go, but there's also a factor of cost.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to look at, if you're thinking that out there, you're probably going to say to yourself, as she's saying that, well, what about the cost? Cost is a factor too.
Definitely.
Of course it's a factor. And you're going to be surprised at what costs and what doesn't cost. You're going to be surprised that these CrossFit boxes
Mm-hmm.
cost more than, say, the Honolulu Club.
Yeah.
Very surprising. You would think not, but that's the case.
Yep.
So what are you trying to get out of it? Look at your budget, of course, and look at the budget of, you only got one body. So this is it. So why not invest in yourself at this point?
It is an investment in yourself.
It really is. As cheesy as that may sound to you out there,
Yeah, it's true.
you only got one body, and that's it. So look at the factors of all this, and look at the reasoning of why it costs the way it costs.
Yeah.
And then take advantage of why it costs the way it costs. If you're paying $200 a month to go to some box or go someplace, you better be going.
Yeah.
Don't be like how the old, and I'm gonna call them out, 24-hour fitness, the 24-hour fitness model is, we want to sign you up, but we don't want to see you.
Yeah, get the hell out of here. We
want
got your money.
Right.
Yeah.
We want you to pay your $20 a month, pay your $50 a year down, and then get out of here.
And we never want to see you ever again.
Well, that's the old world,
Yes.
right? That's before COVID, right?
That
That's
is. That is
So
definitely.
that's the sales. That would be the sales. And then a lot of these big box gyms, the same thing. But if you're going to look at that, make sure that you go to utilize it for the financial side of this whole situation.
Yeah,
That's how you make it worthwhile,
right.
and put
that's
that in your budget of this is yourself, rather than going to go. If you're spending $200 a month, if you're looking at, say you go play lunch 3 times a week.
Yeah,
Play lunch 3 times a week, $30 a week. 3, 6, 9, $120 a month. About
Right
the
there.
equivalent of a CrossFit box situation.
Yes.
If you can cut out play lunch for 3 times a week for the entire month for 4 weeks, you can go and switch it out to a gym.
yes, yeah,
That's how you do the financials.
that's true, that's true.
So there is that.
Yeah, it could be expensive, and it is going to be, it could be an expense, but like you said, there's ways to fit it into your budget and your lifestyle
Yeah.
from the cost perspective,
Yeah.
right?
There's always a way to fit anything into anyone's lifestyle if the motivation is there.
Yeah,
For the most part, if we're looking at it.
yeah,
If we look at, okay, what are you spending $120 on? We'll use that example as a
Mhm.
membership. What are you using on that's really not of any benefit to you health-wise or even your looks-wise?
yeah,
Say you're a smoker, for example.
right.
I don't know how much a carton is now in 2020,
Well, a
but
carton, because like isn't
people
a
buying
pack-
cartons.
I
$20,
have
like
no clue now.
$69. Okay, so if you're buying a carton, let's say $30-40 a week. If you're that heavy a smoker, we're looking at $160 a month.
Yeah,
If you can cut that back to 3 or 2, we're not saying to cut cold turkey here.
Yeah.
But we're just giving you an idea of like how you were to maneuver your finances to
to fit this
invest
in.
on yourself.
Yeah, yeah,
That's really that's it.
that's true.
Same with anything, any kind of vice, drinking, smoking, plate lunch, anything,
Yeah,
buying soda.
anything.
You know, it comes down to that. It's not an easy process, but it's looking within yourself. Do you want to change?
Yeah,
Do you want to make yourself better,
yeah,
look better, feel better? There's always a way. If there's a will, there's a way.
right,
You know.
right.
I use this example too, which I've used for a while. It's like dating. Okay, say you date somebody, right? And say you work all day, and you work 40 hours a week, and you work till 8 p.m. But then if you just started dating someone and you like this person, him or her, no matter what happens at the end of the day,
Mhm.
you're gonna still find time to go meet up with this him or her
That's true.
because the motivation is there because you like them,
Yes,
you want to date them, so you will do whatever you got to do to make it there to see him or her
or them.
or it, and then you will find that motivation.
That is very true.
It's
That
the
is very
same
true.
situation. I mean, it's basically the same thing. It comes down to how bad you want it.
Yeah,
You can look at for dating. I mean, hell, okay, hey perverts, I'll tell you this: you guys like the sex? You gotta work all day, and if so and so said, hey, let's go come to my place and make the sex,
make the sex,
make
right?
the sex, you gotta do it. Unless you're some real fuddy-duddy and you're not gonna, I just made another lame reference, and you're not gonna show up for the sex, then you know what, you can go home and then go and cry. But the motivation would be there. If so-and-so told you at 6 in the morning of the day that I'm gonna go and I would like to have sex with you at 9 o'clock p.m., you're gonna spend the entire day working and you're gonna be motivated to be able to go down there because you wanna go make the sex at 9 p.m. Granted, a little different than the gym, but you're still thrusting. So if you're gonna thrust,
You are.
you can thrust in different situations with the different types of motivation that'll get you there. It's the same situation, kinda.
So
That's all I got.
summarize,
That's all I got.
exercise and sex are the same thing, guys
It
and
is.
girls.
It is in essence, okay? Calories, I'm not sure in the count. But in essence, if you look at getting back to the awkwardness of a gym, what are the maneuvers mostly doing in a gym that gets people all weirded out? Some of them. You're bending over a lot, you're thrusting.
That Okole is sticking out for the world to see.
Ass for days, right?
Yep.
Your pelvis is
A
thrusting.
lot of thrusting,
Both is probably thrusting at the same time,
a lot of sweat.
right? And you have sweat, and then you have revealing clothes. You have tight clothes.
Well, I mean, I wear a towel.
You wear a towel in
I'm
the
just
gym?
kidding. I was kind
You're
of
just in
going,
a
and I was
towel.
like, no, that's worse.
Summer said, screw it. She's just gonna go straight from the shower, just take a towel. Yep. She's gonna be one of those revealers. Like it. You ever heard of the word mopery? You ever heard of that word?
No.
It's when you expose yourself to a blind man. So as she gets her towel, okay, you have revealing clothes, you have all this kind of stuff. You got people wearing, these bikini tops, bikini bottoms, and they're men. And you're gonna have all of that running around. Yes, sex.
Yeah. The more I think about it, that's true. That is true.
Testosterone, estrogen, hormones.
Lots of hormones.
Right?
Yeah.
It goes hand in hand, people.
Yeah, it does.
And that's why people don't want to work out, because they want to look good, so they can go meet someone to make the sex. That was great. I didn't think we'd ever say that together in anything. Make the sex. And we said that in unison.
Yeah. New T-shirt.
Yeah. I'll get on that. So that might be it for me. I really don't know where else to go with it after that.
Okay. Well, why don't we say this? Like, how long does on a weekly basis for yourself?
Yes.
How often do you actually train?
I was just gonna say make the sex.
Well,
Sorry.
that too.
Non-existent. So, training as far as that goes, it's weird for myself because my schedule changes all the time. So I can't have a say right. I do my workout every Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Yeah.
I'm not that person.
Okay.
It's basically whenever can. I would like to do every day.
Okay. Like do something every day.
Do something every day.
Okay.
If the day permits. And we get it. Things happen.
Yeah.
Shit happens.
It does.
Meetings, dealing with whoever, kids, anything can happen. So you just gotta fit it in and not make yourself such a rigorous schedule where I have to work out Monday, Wednesday, Friday. If I don't, oh my God, and you get all frustrated.
Yeah.
And then you miss a day,
Yeah.
and then everything goes colliding down.
Right. That spiral.
Just get in when you can.
I've been there. Yeah.
And we've all been there.
Yeah.
And just get in when you can.
Mhm.
Do when you can. That's the only way.
So
That really is.
but so realistically, factoring in that real life comes into play, do you think
Yeah.
maybe like four times a week? If you were to try and like average it out.
Ideally, if you want to be an official, 4 times a week. Right.
Okay.
Twice a week's a great start.
Mhm.
I wouldn't go full blast week 1. Just get in there.
Yeah.
Just get in there and just see how the routine flows.
Yeah.
And then you got day 1. And then you go see, okay, let's try that day 2. And
Yeah.
then day 2 becomes day 4.
Okay.
And then that is your week 1.
That is your week
And then
1.
you see
yeah.
week 2. You got to look at it week by week. Too many people put too many expectations and they set up themselves to fail.
Yes.
They blow themselves up. I'm gonna have
Yeah.
this 8-week plan, this 12-week plan, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna track this. And
With
do
the
this.
meal plan, with the
all this
workout
shit.
plan.
Right, and then they're done after week 2.
It's exhausting.
Right, and then
Yeah.
then they miss a couple days. Then like, oh, I missed a day. Oh, I end up missing a week. Oh man, I gotta get back on track. Next week I'm gonna get back on it. And then a month later, they're still not
They're
back on.
still not back on it. Yeah.
So don't set yourself up for failure.
Yeah.
Just look at week 1. Can I get in there?
Yeah.
And then what am I gonna do when I get in there? Do something. Do anything.
Yeah.
Go from there.
I remember reading that this one person, she was morbidly obese, and the way that she started, because she was terrified of the gym,
Yes.
she would literally just make herself go and walk into the gym and walk around the gym and then leave every day. She just forced herself to do that until she was comfortable enough to just.
Oh, I see. Yes.
And then she would then say, okay, well, I'm gonna go change my clothes into my workout clothes. She wasn't even in her workout clothes. She would just take
Oh, got it.
and then she was comfortable with that. Okay, so now I'm going to go walk on the treadmill for 5 minutes and then I'm going to leave.
Right.
That's how small she started. And
That's
I
a great
thought
idea.
that was brilliant.
That's a fantastic idea.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
And because what happens is, I remember reading this book on like how our brains work, and basically we're evolved. We evolved to be, first of all, we've evolved to be movers. We should be like, we're designed to walk like 20 to 30 miles a day. That is how we are designed
Good luck.
to do that. I know. So anyway, in this book, it was saying these small actions you do every single day.
Yeah.
What it's doing is it's encoding it in your brain, and then because it becomes normal, you are actually quote unquote building that muscle. There's not the literal. There's no literal muscle I'm talking about, but just this that behavior so that it's not exhausting, because you're not going to
Yes.
be doing 5 million things all at the same time.
Exactly.
You're just doing this little thing and just building.
You're moving.
Kind of like what we were talking about last week about, building on the Tetris blocks of activity.
Yeah.
You're just putting one more piece, one more piece.
Exactly
one
right.
more piece on
Yeah,
the
exactly right.
Lego.
She's doing a lot more than she did before,
Yeah,
just by walking around the gym.
just by doing
Look,
that.
that's success already.
Yeah. And
That's what you gotta look
your
at.
brain gets used to being like, oh, the gym, I'm comfortable with it. The gym is my home. I mean, at some point, obviously, I'm not meaning literally that it's your home, but it should be a place that you're familiar with and you're comfortable with. So
Yeah.
you want to just get over that hump first.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Comfortability is the number one factor of anyone starting any of these exercise programs.
Yeah.
They gotta feel comfortable, which will lead to being confident, which will lead to being consistent.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. She got comfortable in the gym, she
Mhm.
became consistent, and then that can evolve because she's now comfortable and consistent. She's now comfortable in the gym walking around. That's the next steps.
That's the next
That's
step.
it, rather than going in there and have all these things planned in your head, and then you can't remember which one's supposed to do this and that and this.
Yeah.
No, just go in there
Yeah.
and just be comfortable. That's the only way to begin.
Exactly. Exactly.
So,
And the other thing too is like, especially for, I think more for women in particular, they benefit from maybe going with somebody. There's a social aspect to that. I
Yes.
notice more for women in
Yes.
general.
right.
And it's that in that sense it's nice because you get to kind of check in with somebody on a regular basis.
Right.
That's actually one of the things that's nice about going to Corrado Power is that I get to see Mrs. Drizzy.
Shout
Because
out Mrs. Drizzy.
shout out, we got to shout out our number one fan, Mrs. Drizzy.
She's fantastic.
So I mean, otherwise I don't know when I would physically see her, right? I
True.
mean, so it's a way to build that social bond and strengthen that social bond you have with people you care about in your life.
Right.
Or if you have a significant other
Yeah.
to make the sex, this is the pre-make the sex, so is that the foreplay. That is what I was going for.
I kind of had to think that over what the word was, which was foreplay.
So
Shows
anyway.
where we're currently at right now. But yes,
Ole.
yeah. You could meet them there and then have the sex after. There's also that too.
It could be a whole thing.
I mean, shout out pornos. So on top of that, true, having a friend is very good. Having a person, a partner, workout partner, very good. Someone to check in with and whatnot.
Yeah.
If you don't have that, if you end up going to a place like you go to,
Mhm.
where it's mini classes basically. Well, not now. It's open gym, right?
No, it's
place.
so it is basically like group, almost like semi-personal training because there's only
Oh.
4 of us in there.
Oh, okay, right,
Yeah.
right. But it's not a class though, right? Because you can't do. But you can just. He's monitoring everybody.
Yes.
Little bit by little.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're doing that, then you of course can build a camaraderie with these people that you see at. If you go 12 o'clock every Tuesday, Thursday, pretty much you can see the same guys 12 o'clock Tuesday, Thursday, and maybe talk story with them.
Yeah.
If they're not weirdos, which I get it. But if you're gonna, then there's that factor too. But
Right.
then also just look at the fact of just making sure that you are confident and comfortable yourself, so that you don't end up relying too much on the workout partner. If workout partner quits,
Yeah.
if workout partner ghosts you, then what are you gonna do? Are you gonna just be like, oh shit, I can't go now because
Yeah.
so-and-so can't go, so I'm not gonna go?
That's
and
true.
then you both screwed.
Yeah, that's true.
So
That's true.
keep in mind that you look at that as a great bonus, but not the foundation.
Yes, that's a really
It'd
good
be
point.
great to have someone join me work out, but you can't have that and rely on it every single time.
It's the mustard of the hamburger bun, but it's not the hamburger.
Mustard on a hamburger, first of all, what? You eat mustard? You eat a hamburger with mustard?
Yes.
Ketchup too?
Yes.
And then what else? Onions.
No. No onions.
Mustard, ketchup, hamburger, and then the bun. Is that it?
And cheese.
Okay, McDonald's. Really?
What else is there?
I don't usually do make mustard or ketchup in a burger. The meat should be seasoned already great.
All right.
That's a sexual.
Mario Batali. Jesus.
Got it. All right. Cubanos. just well, okay. Getting back to your mustard on the burger, I get it. It's still a viable example, but just don't make that the only example.
Yeah,
Make sure you can eat the burger plain.
Yes.
Make sure that a plain burger is all right.
If
Okay.
it's seasoned appropriately.
The season appropriate, right? Yes.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
It
And
works.
and I think like so.
Going all over the place.
I know this one was all over. I think because it is post Halloween. That's how.
Is that why?
Yeah. Let's blame it on post Halloween. It was like a super blue full moon or whatever.
Well, sure, it's a full moon.
Yeah.
You believe in that? If it's a full moon, like everything's supposed to go crazy?
I feel like there's something to it.
Really?
Okay, so it's kind of like, to me anyway, it's kind of like like astrology.
Yeah.
There's some people who legitimately shit on it, right?
Oh yeah.
And there's some people who legitimately, it's a real thing. I think it's fascinating. I don't know too much about astrology, but I kind of feel like if it's been around for this long, it must have some validity.
Must be something.
I don't know.
Or it's just a really long con game.
Maybe.
You know, it could be either way.
What is your let me guess. No, I don't know. I don't know enough.
What?
Let me wait. No, let me for real. Let me see if I can just throw a name out. What do you think, gang?
Regarding what?
Taurus.
Yes.
I don't know anything about Taurus.
Summer
I don't know anything. I just literally just guessed something.
You serious?
Yeah.
Wow. This is why we were on the show together. This really sums up.
I'm a Cancer. I don't know if that means anything.
I don't know what that. All I know is Tauruses are supposed to be stubborn. That's all I
Because
know.
of the bull thing.
Right.
Mm.
That's one of the things. I'm sure there's many traits for Cancer, Taurus, all this.
Supposedly I'm super moody and clingy and emotional.
I've noticed that from minute one of meeting you. And it's been quite a ride ever since.
Well, it's not boring, right?
Are you clingy? You're not clingy. You're like too independent. Who are you clinging to? Yourself?
My self-esteem.
Okay, well, much like all of us. Especially after this show. I guess so. I'd call me guilty as charged too. Then I'm clingy. I'm all kinds of issues. All right, I did not know.
So now we know.
All right,
So
there you go,
the
the
Cancer,
factoid.
Taurus.
Yeah,
Do with that what you will.
go figure.
So back to the fitness.
Yeah, really. How much longer we got on the show here?
Let me
Look
just
at the
check.
clock
Let
here.
me-
Let's pick up a timer.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So actually, well,
Yeah.
let me just summarize what we're trying to say here, 'cause
Yeah.
I know we went all over the place,
Yes, please.
and then we can start winding down the show. So really, I think ultimately what I hope we come away with is that this is not something that has to be this super huge commitment in your life up front. So
Yeah.
it's not. We were saying to start slow, right?
Yes.
Start small, and if you can, try and build it in to do it consistently. Optimally, it would be something to do every day if you could.
Right.
And just remember, there's no. I think in this case, there's no such thing as too small a step, right?
No, of course not.
I mean, literally, if it just means you're touching that door to the gym and then you're walking away.
Yeah.
Hey, you got out of your house, you drove down, and you put your hand on that
Exactly.
door. Right?
Exactly. The example you brought up earlier was an excellent one as far as getting yourself comfortable.
Yeah.
And I still see that as 100% success. What you did.
Yes, that's 100% success. Every time you do that action, whatever that action is, you did it. That was the success for the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
It's going to be a process. It's not easy. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it, and they're not.
Right.
So
Yeah.
look at that. Look at your will. Look at not your will, like paperwork.
Well,
look at your will to do it.
But look at your will.
You can. I don't even know if I have a will.
This is not legal advice, but
Should I need to?
look at your will.
Call it Deloitte and Touche? Okay, sorry, yeah. Yevet, Lamani, and so no, that's like accidents.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so the will people out
See
there.
an estate planning attorney. That's
Exactly.
what
There
we're
you
gonna
go.
say.
Okay,
That's
financial gal,
yes.
correspondent. But look at the motivation. Look at your will to push forward. If there's a will, there's a way, as they say.
Yes, and it's okay
Is
to
it?
feel scared. It's
Exactly.
okay.
Of course it
perfectly
is.
normal. It's perfectly normal.
Of course it is. Feel nervous, anxiety, all of that.
All of that
it's
is
the
normal.
unknown.
Yeah.
Look at what we're dealing with all this COVID shit. It's all kind of unknown. Unknown every day. We don't know what's going on. Everybody's stressing out.
Everybody.
That's why exercise is needed. Look at that, for example. If you're feeling stressed out about what's going on with COVID and all of your specific situation, financially, whatever,
Whatever.
what do you do to offset that for your stress? What is your stress relief? Look into finally fitness, working out, moving, just walking,
Just
whatever.
Walking is amazing.
Get out of the house.
Yeah.
You're allowed to.
Yes.
Get out there. Walk around the neighborhood. And that's
you'd
a
be
success.
amazed. Yeah, you'd
Right.
be amazed at how good you feel after just a little even a 5-minute walk, just to clear your mind a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
If this was 2019, the anxiety would be going to start a fitness program. In 2020, the anxiety is all around us. It's called this virus and the government screwing us up.
Yes.
So look at that now as your new stressor, and how are you going to combat that new stressor? Use the 2019 thing that got you stressed out, which was exercise. That may not seem so bad right now,
Exactly.
compared to what all of this is going on right now.
Exactly.
Switch it around.
Yeah.
And that could be the way to create your solution
Absolutely.
to a better mindset for
Exactly.
this whole thing. So,
Exactly. Yeah. So try it out, gang. Little and often. Little and often. That's always something I suggest to people. Something teeny tiny, and just try and do it every day if you can. So.
exactly.
Okay. So what do we got coming up next on the network?
My goodness. Yes. Today is November 1st.
Oh yes.
Go figure, as we record this show.
That's right.
So it's only fitting that coming up is the granddaddy of them all. The election is
coming up.
November 3rd, Tuesday. So election night. Gotta see how everything unfolds, but we're gonna probably do an election night coverage show with Sterling Higa, everyone's favorite hopper. Well, you're my favorite hopper, really, but I mean, quite frankly, yes, you're my favorite hopper. But number 2, Sterling Higa.
Yeah, Sterling.
Yeah, and shout out to you pointing out that all the co-hosts I have on the show are hopper.
Right.
Which
I mean,
really
every
makes it racist.
single one.
It just, I feel like such a fool now. Like, I'm like,
Right?
I might just.
Because Sky is a hopper too.
Sky's hopper, Sterling's hopper, you're hopper. Frick.
Bam, 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 bam.
Where's my Micronesians at? All right. So we got election night, Sterling Higa, sometime Tuesday night. I'm not
Okay.
sure yet. It depends on how everything unfolds.
Yeah.
Then the night thereafter will be the recap show with former governor candidate, Andrea Tupola.
Yeah, that'd be very good.
So
That'd
she's
be
always
very
got
good.
interesting thoughts
Yes.
on all of this.
Yes.
And she's going to probably, I predict, run for governor 2022.
Right.
So we're going to have her recapping the election, the post on Wednesday night. That's at 6:30 p.m. And that is it right now. We got the 94 show. That's coming up this week as well.
Oh,
Episode 3, yes.
I did want to say something about that because I
What?
listened. So I listened. So I guess I'm
What
caught
happened?
up because
Right.
you
so
guys are
2.
talking about. Yeah, there's 2. Okay, so you guys are talking about the Warren G.
Yeah.
So I was cracking up because, okay, I love that album,
Okay.
and I had memorized this DJ.
Wow.
That's right. I had memorized the entire thing. I don't.
That's
I, and
okay.
I thought to myself after I listened to the podcast, it's like, do I still remember it? It was not bad. I remembered the first verse,
Yeah.
and then the chorus, and then I don't remember the rest of it. It was pretty good, gang. It was pretty good. No, I'm not going to do it for you.
That's a bonus footage feature. Can we have
Patreon. No, I'm just
you? Can we have
kidding.
you? Right?
Nature Boy is going to be doing. No.
Can we have you do like exclusive like rapping? Wait
That-
a minute. We might have touched on something.
I'm just saying.
Could that be something? This is Trisky. What do you think? All right.
And then the other thing too is you were so right because like in the show you folks are mentioning for Bone Thugs and Harmony
Yeah.
about Mox going driving at night and blasting that.
Of course.
It totally happened because at the time, so my birth father had married this woman from Waianae, and so I had Mock action step siblings.
Fantastic.
Okay, and my stepsister, she was 16 at the time, and
Okay.
she didn't even have her license yet. But you know, it's Waianae, it's
It doesn't matter.
midnight on a
Yeah,
Friday night.
everybody
There's
got it.
nothing to do out there. There's nothing to do out there except go to the beach, go
Smoke.
to smoke, make the sex. So, and I'm
Right.
not doing any of that. So I'm like, okay, well, let's just go in the car. And that's what we would listen to on repeat, blasting it at midnight.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's real. It's real.
It's the first of the month. I just.
Patriot.
Wake up.
It's true, right?
It was so true.
Local people, they love it. They loved it from day one.
Bone Thugs was like, everybody, every moke I know was like, oh yeah, yeah.
Exactly. It's just because they look moke themselves, and then plus the gangsta music was so
It
in,
was so big.
so major. Everywhere the radios played it, they pushed it hard.
Yeah.
And then it's thugs. Local people, they love to pretend they're thugs. So
Yeah.
all of it checked off. The list,
Yeah.
check.
It
All the way
was
down
a
the
good.
line.
It was right down the checklist.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect
So
for
I
the
thought
time.
I'd share that. I thought that was. I found myself nodding my head again to that.
It was a thing.
That episode.
It was a thing. So yeah, so that's coming up.
Yeah.
And then we have this. We'll be back on schedule. Hopefully on Friday. I try to post a video at least of a clip.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then of course there would probably be a clip of this where it's gonna be me just doing this, which is the ongoing thing. Just
Doesn't
looking
he
stressed.
do that a lot? He does
I just-
that a
You know what this move I'm doing right now for people watching this? It's just a look of frustration and stress. It
Pure
really is.
agony
I'm just
and-
tired.
and anger.
Just tired of it all. Just
Yeah.
tired of running. Tired of running away.
My life.
That's from a movie. I don't know.
Oh, I didn't get it.
I don't get it either. So that's basically what we got right now.
Okay.
As far as the rest of the month goes, remains to be seen. I may just take a week off.
Yeah.
For the Instagrams, just contemplate my life after the election because it took a lot out.
That was a lot.
I don't know if we're ever going to be able to do it on here or anywhere. I would really like to do a reflection of what I learned. I've talked to you about this off
Yes,
camera.
we have
And
talked
I would
about
like
it.
to do something to share with everybody. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but there's a lot. There is a lot that
Yeah.
happened. So
Yeah.
that's it. That's all I got.
Well, yeah, a break. You do deserve a break after that was a hectic election season.
It was a lot,
It was a lot.
and I'm sure everybody else is kind of going to be over it once election's over.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I think everybody will.
And I tell you what, all right. So everybody worried about this election and worried about who's going to win, who's going to lose, whatnot. All right. I'll tell you this: whoever wins, all right, between the two old men,
Yeah.
it's basically a popularity contest between two old men.
Yes.
Pick the old man you like,
Yeah.
and whoever wins, whoever loses, our same personal shit is going to still be our same personal shit.
Very true. Very true.
It's going to be the same thing. If you're having trouble, not having enough fiber, it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna matter if Donnie wins or Biden wins. If you're not doing over 300,000 bowls, it ain't gonna matter.
Look it up, gang. YouTube, SNL.
Look it up.
Colon Blue.
All right. If you're not working out back before Trump and Biden, and you're not working out after they win, it ain't gonna matter.
That's
All
true.
right? Look at yourself and what your personal situation is. If not, you're gonna be in the ambulance right now, getting out of here. That is an ambulance. That's not the fire department. I always would get confused.
Me too.
The siren.
Yeah, which
who's
one is
what.
which?
But then usually they both follow each other,
Yes, they do.
and then you would hear like a honk,
Yeah.
which no, you didn't hear the honk. Please vote, everyone. Of course, even though as I just said, it doesn't matter. Shit, nobody's watching this. But vote. But just look at the fact. Don't be so bent out of shape. Whoever wins and whoever loses. It's really gonna come down to your personal situation.
Yeah.
Can you change your personal situation? Don't rely on who wins.
That matters more. Yeah. Your own.
Look at what you've been doing with yourself. Internally, mood-wise, work, all of that.
Yeah.
Don't depend on a national thing and blame it on that.
That's a
Don't
great
use that as
point.
an excuse.
That's a really good point. 'Cause you
People
can-
did enough of that in 2016.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah. And you can get wrapped up and caught up in this.
And of course you can. And
Yeah.
of course if you strongly believe in one way or the other, of course. But just look at your personal situation.
Right.
If you're going through a bad relationship, that bad relationship ain't going to change if Trump wins or Trump loses.
That's
You
true.
still got to figure out that bad relationship.
Yeah.
If you got car problems back then, you're gonna have car problems back then. You better take care of it yourself. It's not Biden ain't gonna help you out. Okay,
No.
that's all I was getting at. Just don't get too caught up in this thing, crying for the rest of the
Great
night.
point. That's a really
So-
good point.
And this is from me coming in and pushing political interviews for the last several months and talking about this shit for the last several months. I'm just saying,
Yeah. Yes,
don't overwhelm yourself with this.
Don't
thing.
overwhelm yourself.
All right,
That's great. That's great. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that's a great point to make.
Yes. That's all I got.
Great. And where can we reach you?
Where can we reach me?
Yes.
555. Oh God. Well, we got the Instagram. It's at Sleep Times Over Show. If you haven't checked that out, www.sleeptimesover.com is the website. All kinds of fun and frolic on there.
Check it out.
Merch is on there.
Check out the merch.
Facebook page the same. The YouTube channel, which is you're finding show on right now, is Sleep Times Over as well. And that is about all where you can find me.
Hey.
I think, yeah. That's it.
Okay. And as always, you can reach me. My Instagram handle is Swayze808 at Instagram.
Does anybody message you, like, since you've been doing the show and you've been, really out there in the world? Have you gotten DMs? Have you gotten people sliding?
Not like that. Not like sliding into the
they're not
DMs.
sending
It's
you a
no.
picture of their scrotum? No. Okay.
I'd quit if that happened.
Oh.
No, then I'd quit.
Oh.
Then I would have, because it's gonna happen. I know it eventually it's gonna happen. But
It has not happened.
No.
Okay.
I've only gotten like join our. You haven't gotten these the we notice you're in fitness. Join our.
Oh, that, and then you go sign up and you can go 10% off if you use codename Summer.
Yeah,
That.
like we see that you're join this blah blah blah. But yeah, no, I haven't gotten any of the DMs
Yeah.
yet. I hope I never do. But
Well, have you ever got any new followers? Are you getting because you're
I have.
out there? Really? Okay.
I have.
There's some good upstanding people.
I don't know. I hope so.
Are they good upright citizens? All right.
Brigade. Oh, I got you. Okay. Anyway,
I'm just saying, if this is if this is gaining you social interaction.
I should probably pay better attention at like looking at it more often.
I don't know what you pay attention to.
I know.
I really know you.
I don't know
Miss
either.
Clingy.
I
Yeah.
know. Don't talk to me like that.
I mean, you're clinging on to what? Okay, you cling on. Oh, that Star Trek.
Star Wars.
Exactly. All right.
Okay, gang.
Is it time?
It's about
Time to
that
get out
time.
of here. Yeah.
So, thank you for joining us as always, and wash your damn hands.
That's it. 52 minutes. Huh?